Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Thursday, October 22nd, 2020. And it's been raining, unbelievable amounts of rain that we've had today. It finally cleared up. I'm going to kind of kick this around. And actually the sun is out, it's about 60 degrees. But it has just been unbelievable today how much it has rained. It's been ridiculous, to be honest with you. But that kind of day. But anyhow, uh, yeah, just craziness. But so I want to talk about a topic. I think this is really important, and I really wanted to get this down and share this with you because I think it's really important. And I'm going to give you a great example. And I did this myself today. So today I had went down and I had lunch with my daughter. And, we obviously sat down and we were talking. And so one of the things that I had said to her, with everything going on, if something goes down, this is what you need to do. And we've talked about that before, but I kind of really reiterated it to her today because I think it's that important. I want to encourage all of you at this point in time right now to get your game plans in place. Okay, and what do I mean by your game plan in place? What I mean by that is if something happens, or I should say when something happens, and whatever the case may be, we're all going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe this just happened. And we're going to use a grid down scenario because I think that is the most likely scenario that could happen, okay, in my opinion. All right, so we're going to talk about a grid down situation. So the kids are at school, the wife is at work, you're at work. What are you doing? What's your game plan? Have you sat down? Have you sat down with your children? Have you sat down with your wife? Do you have a plan of action? Who is going to do what? Coordination-wise, where are you guys located? Again, the age of the children is going to make a huge, huge difference. Is the wife close enough to the school where she could swing by and grab the kids? Or are the kids teenagers where they can just jet if they need to jet? You need to have that game plan in place. Where are you going to meet? What are you going to do? Who is going to do what? The last thing that you want to do in that type of a situation, in an SHTF type of situation, a grid down situation, is have absolutely no idea what the other people are going to do in your family, where you're going to meet, who's going to be where. Now, if the game plan is for everybody to get home, if you have teenagers and they say, listen, we just got to get home, that's what you do. You get that plan in place where you say, where are you going to go? What are you going to do? If you are the husband and your job is, let's say, farther away, your job is to get home. So, of course, without saying so, I know that you guys have that bug out bag in your vehicle at all times with the change of clothes, extra boots, gear, maybe a weapon, definitely having a knife, having the different things that you're going to need to make sure that you get home. If you have a fold-up bike, and let's say you can't drive, if there's like gridlock, you start driving and there's just nothing but chaos and the roads are completely full and they're swamped full of people and you can't get anywhere. You got that fold-up bike in that car, you get that bad boy out, now you're on the move again and you're not walking, okay? Getting home as soon as possible is the smartest thing. Or if you have a centralized location where you plan on meeting. Okay, we're going to meet at the corner of XYZ or this park. You probably don't want to meet out in the open because you don't want to be standing there waiting around in the open. But have a designated area. Where, like, even if it's in the woods someplace, by a railroad track, whatever the case may be, have a location where you plan on meeting up that is centralized for everybody, that everybody can get there, and then you can work together to get back home, and then possibly either hunkering in at home or bugging out to a bug out location. I really think it's important, guys, that we have those plans in place, that we know what we're going to do in that type of situation. Now so more than ever before. If you haven't done that type of thing before, you definitely need to be doing that. You absolutely need to be doing that because it's just, I I have my concerns. I have a lot of concerns. I'll be honest with you, a lot of concerns. And so I think that it's really important that we are organized, that we are prepared. I will obviously continue to tell you every single video to prepare, prepare, prepare. Continue to get ready. I think it's hugely, hugely important. But again, making sure that you have all your T's crossed and all your I's dotted ahead of time. Don't wait and say, oh, well, you know, I'm going to put that off. We're going to sit down at some point and go over a game plan. It might be too late then. And the last thing you want to do, like, obviously I'm Heather's father, so the last thing I want to do is worry about, oh my God, what is she going to do? Is she sitting there waiting for me to come and get her? That's not the game plan. We have talked about that many, many times. I'm not leaving. I'm not coming to get you. You need to get home, okay? She has, you know, the last thing you'd want to do, and I want you guys to think about this. So your daughter or your son is off to college, and you haven't got a game plan. And your child says, oh, I'm not sitting around here in the college. I'm heading home. And you go, well, I'm going to go and I'm going to go make sure I go get my kid. So you leave to go and get your child. You cross paths on the road someplace and don't even know it. That can happen. And now you're off at the college looking for your child. Your child may be already back at the house going, where's mom and dad? Okay? Having that game plan ahead of time and say, listen, we're either coming to get you, so hang tight and stay put, or get your butt home. Work on getting your butt home. The smarter play, realistically, and I know it's hard and it sucks as a parent, it's a very, very difficult decision to make. But if they're, you know, of an adult age and they have a halfway decent head on their shoulder, you tell them, get your butt home. Any way possible, you bring who you need to bring, get here, and you'll be safe, and they'll be safe, and everything will be squared away. That's just a smart move. It's just a smart move because, like I said, because of this being the bug out location for our group, okay? And again, people say, well, you know, your haters are going to know where you are. Yep, they do. And you know what? If they come, they're going to find out what happens to haters, okay? You come here with bad intentions, you're going to find out what happens to people that come here with bad intentions. Again, you have to protect what you have, you have to protect what is yours, and you need to be able to do that by any means necessary, okay? So you running off half-baked, trying to go, you know, rescue your child, that's not a smart move. That is not a smart move at all. You need to be smart about it. You need to have that plan in place. Get yourself squared away. You know, like I said, if you all plan on meeting at a certain location, really, Caesar? Really? You're both fixed. Yes. I won't tell you what they were doing, but they're both fixed. So, anyway, that's why they're both fixed. I didn't want brother-sister puppies. So, anyway. And it's funny, okay, so here it is. It's about 60 degrees today. I don't know if you can tell on their stack of their wood stove, they're got a fire going. It's burning pretty hot. You can kind of see the top of that where it's like, you won't see the smoke because it's burning that hot. But yeah, so they got a fire going. I haven't. I didn't even have a fire going last night. It's not that cold to me yet, so I won't start a fire until if it gets chilly. Sometimes in the evening it might get chilly. I may start a fire just to take the edge off the house. But other than that, I just, you know, it's not cold enough yet for me. So, but anyway, I want to hear your guys' feedback on this. Do you have that kind of a game plan set up? Do you have a location where you're going to meet? If you have a bug out location, is that going to be the place where you're going to meet? Everybody needs to have maps. Everybody needs to have, you know, a basic knowledge of where they're at, what roads to take, what alternate routes to take. If that main road is compromised, you know, you just never know. You just never know. So have plan A, have plan B, have plan C, have plan D to get to your location, what you want to get to. But getting to a centralized location where you either are meeting up or getting everybody back to home and doing that as quickly as possible. And then if you are planning on bugging out to a bug out location, getting that moving in that direction as well. Very, very smart to do. Be as ready as you can be. That's kind of what I want to tell people. I think, you know, with everything going on with the upcoming election, and as I said in my live stream last night, it doesn't matter what side wins this election. It really doesn't. There's going to be chaos after this election. So how bad will that chaos be? I think that depends on who wins the election, to be honest with you. But I think there's going to be chaos no matter what after this election. And I think it's imperative, I don't care what side of the aisle you're on, if you're right or left or whatever, in the middle, whatever your thought process is, protect your families, be safe, be as ready as you possibly can be. I think it's highly, highly important. Like I said, I have a lot of concerns moving forward. Again, the virus numbers are also starting to increase again. So what is going to be the ramifications of that? Will we be in a second lockdown? That is another thing to think about, okay? A lot of things to be concerned about. People need to be paying attention to what is going on and continuing to get ready. With being out with Heather today, I did a little bit more prepping as well. So I'm not going to always get into showing you everything that I'm doing every time. But I show you some stuff. I've showed you plenty of stuff. But again, being as ready as you can be is a smart thing to do. Like I said, we just don't know what's going to happen. So we just continue to try to do the best we can. That's all any of us can do. And when the time comes, we need to be able to act and not react. And that's why, like I say again, I think it's hugely important to have a game plan in place. Everybody in the family needs to know what the role is, what they need to do. Now, obviously, if your children are 5, 6, 7 years old, they're not going to have a full grasp of anything, okay? So one of you, either mom or dad, needs to be the one saying, I'm going to the school and getting the kids. Or depending on who's closer, that's probably how that would roll out. If you have a stay-at-home mom or a stay-at-home dad, maybe their role is to go get those kids. But have that plan so that both of you know, as parents, what the other one's going to be doing, what you're going to do, how you're going to do it. Again, if your kids are teenagers, they're old enough and they're smart enough to know you don't sit in a school. If things go south, you get out of there. You don't let the school dictate to you what you're going to do, how you're going to do it. You're going to sit around and wait. No, you get out as soon as you can. Make sure they understand that. That is the time to get out of Dodge and get to where you need to be. So those are things that I want you guys to all think about. I think it's important. Again, moving forward, we never know what's going to happen. So it's really, really important to be as ready as we can be. So I just was something that I really wanted to talk about today. And like I said, I definitely want to hear your guys' feedback on this topic, okay? Again, tomorrow, I will be live streaming tomorrow night at, and there's Goliath taking care of business. And thank you, ma'am. Yes, all right. Anyway, sorry, that's not really probably what you wanted to see, but that is part of having chickens. So anyhow, again, I will be live streaming tomorrow night at 8 p.m. I know the debate is tonight, so it'll be really interesting to see how that goes this evening. I definitely will be watching. Again, I think it's very interesting times moving forward. So let's be prepared, let's be ready. Be ready to act and not react, okay? So anyway, remember guys, we are all in this together. That is important to remember. We're one race called the human race. As soon as we can get to that point and realize that that is the true nature of the beast, we can focus on the real problems that are going on and not wasting our time hating each other. Also remember to hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life, so it's really important that we tell the people that we care about every single day how we feel. Also remember, guys, STD. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that can stop you from reaching those goals is you. Nobody else can stop you. All right? I will see you all tomorrow. Have a great night. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.